breathing gently through our gloves. Okay, let's let them. The contact was out of the blue. But at this point, I've come to accept my crewmates' quirks. Otherwise, I wouldn't have agreed to this nonsense in the first place. Maybe the stress of the unknown was making me lenient. I couldn't see their face, but I could somehow tell they were beaming. Wait, we're not doing this now, right? I don't want to go outside. They tilted their head in confusion. We are not. You are not wearing suit for swimming. Oh. I relaxed. Then, is there a reason why we're holding hands next to the dumpster? Many reasons. Can you give me like, one? They hummed and thought. I remember great happiness here. Huh? You asked for reason. That is reason. They tightened their grip, stepping forward into my space, their helmet nearly bumping my nose. I startled, leaning back. I can tolerate the hand-holding, but I appreciate my own bubble of oxygen, Adam. They laughed again, light and airy. I will make your oxygen for you. What? I only want to see you. Are you trying to see every single pore on my face too? They tittered again, a smile in their voice. You are funny. Thank you. I will remember. I sighed. That was barely a joke. Why do you keep saying that? Like you're keeping tabs on me. They paused briefly before realizing what I was referring to. I should know. Must know. Everything to make Luna happy. Nothing else that is will matter. I held my breath, staring at them in bewilderment. At this point, I couldn't even deny it anymore. It was clear that Atom was smitten. Okay. God knows why. That's a bold confession. Not bold enough. Never enough. Okay, calm down there. Should I just ask? 聞きたいですけど、なんか、間違えたら? Well, it wouldn't hurt to ask, right? Maybe the sooner I get them to admit it, the sooner we could stop this ridiculous rendezvous and focus on what actually mattered. Are you in love with me? Your hands dropped mine as if they were hot coals. Ah! Luna. Love? Love does not begin. They lunged for my hands again, squeezing tighter and tighter. You will let me? Let you what? I was just asking. You will let me? That depends. On what? If you save the ship, fuck my friends, I guess. Atom choked on a laugh. Save the ship, save the ship, save the ship. Easy. I am almost done cleaning. Cleaning? Okay. The lights flickered, turning to a blue hue. Your favorite. Goina. I blinked. The lights weren't meant to do that. So then, what did you just do? They laughed cheerily, holding out their arms as if proud. Oh my god, are they the worms? I make shit better. You will not need Sai anymore. Wow, okay. You will not need friends anymore. Okay. Oh, whoa, okay. I will care for everything. Food, flesh, favorite thing. Everything will be your liking, my Luna Nova. Ah. What? Alright. You are tiny bit... Excuse me? Should I repeat? No. Can you please explain what's going on? What did you just do to the ship? Where are my comrades? Comrade. If I'm being honest, you would not like me. There would send a cold chill up my back. Ooh. But that is alright. Everything is alright. This isn't alright. Nothing was ever alright with this person. Atom admired my silence for a moment before leaning closer. What is it you want, Luna? Ask, and I will give everything of me. I want to. Okay, I have no choice. Oh! So, wakatte ita. I braced my feet on the ground and swung. The sound of glass cracking sharp to my ears as the impact. Atom made a sound of strangled animalistic cry, dropping onto her knees and clutching at their head. Typically, space helmets shouldn't crack under that kind of force. They were supposed to be bulletproof, and you crack your skull sooner than you crack your helmet. But the company was cheap. And for once, that was to my benefit. Luna? My eyes widened as I stumbled back. Worms dripped out of their head, slapping quietly against the grate before joining the rest between the crevices. I already knew they couldn't possibly be part of my crew, but seeing what was essentially a suit of worms did it for me. Whoa! I banged another hit for good measure, a guttural screech scattering more worms across the floor. Luna! I gripped the wrench tight, abandoning their crawling form to sprint down the hall towards the emergency escape pod. Oh! Quite. The walls and floors creaked and groaned as I ran, contorting in the shape to trip me. I righted myself with a flailing of my arms, coughing for breath as I threw open the hatch for the escape port and clambered inside with a mess of limbs. I buckled in, hands shaking as I flicked the buttons and dials for ignition, heart painfully hammering against my ribs. The countdown flickers on the screen, the vessel shuddering to life. 10, 9, 8. Oh! Kowa! I screamed, jumping in my seat. Atom clawed at the pod, worm-like innards pulsing and bulging between the cracks of its shattered helmet. Helm. It only said helm. 6. Luna. 5. I giggled softly, sighing in mock disapproval. 4. You know it is useless. 3. So smart. 2. But tiny bit stupid. The buttons and dials reset simultaneously with harrowing clicks and the pod jittering to a stop. I was left staring at Atom's cracked helmet as it chitters, its laugh sounding more insect-like. You can have tantrum. I do not mind. It leaned against the glass, helmet thudding as it tilted its head in that love-struck way characters do in cartoons. I will wait. Its fingers tapped playfully against the glass, distorted humming coming from the mass inside its head. I sat there frozen, my body unable to even tremble from shock. I licked my lips, refusing to look away. My voice sounded distant and muffled even through my own ears. What? What are you? Atom stopped its rhythmic tapping. Ah, talkative so soon? I can't do anything else. It stared at a moment before giggling, shoulders shaking with mirth. Candid. Very true. What I am. It seemed to consider a moment before knocking its helm against the glass again in excitement. Do you remember, Luna? Many months ago on the ship. I was small, weak, and hungry. I racked my brain for an inkling of what it was talking about. The stowaway? Is that possible? I was ready to die. But I sneak into a metal box instead and find crunchy bits. Food? You found food? The edibles. Yes. Joy and applause. But I find food also find problem. Your friend. Mean and hasty. Surround me like moon lions. If you're going to be stealing our rations, of course they pissed. The worms writhed wildly as if in anger. But I was so small and weak. They want to crush me under their boots and burn me alive. Every single face. Stormy. All but yours. They paused for a moment, reminiscing. The worms calmed. You look at me. Mercy. Star among the black holes. Their tone softened to that of reverence. Do you remember? Holding me in your glove? Do you remember? Shooting me into space? I shot you into space? That sounded like a death sentence rather than a rescue. Then it clicked. 6 months ago. You got into the dog food, didn't you? It perked up, nodding eagerly. Maria had found a pest, digging through the supplies and eating through half the bags. She called the whole group to catch it while I was busy repairing the hole it crawled through. Caught in a jar. Shaken and punished, just trying to survive. Kiara suggested throwing it in the engine furnace. Marcus wanted to pick it apart. The others chimed in for other horrible, torturous methods out of boredom when letting it out of the airlock hatch was so easy. I ran off with it as they started bickering. It was no bigger than my palm. I just thought you